There is no shortage of history in North Carolina. If you're an architecture buff, you might think that you have to drive to the coast or the mountains to see a true classic American home, in which case you might miss a historical gem right in your backyard. Airmount, a short trip from downtown Hillsborough.
Airmount's a great site if you really want to know about early 1800s history. And architecturally, everything's intact. We know a lot about the history of the house and the family. So when people come to take a tour, it's great because we're able to share all our knowledge.
And it all begins with William Kirkland, who was the biggest merchant in Hillsborough in the early 1800s.
He was the big store owner. He was from Scotland, Ayr, Scotland. That's why he named the house Airmount. And he built it here because it was close to then the Indian trading path, and it passed in front of Airmount. There's 6,000 square feet of living space here. That wasn't a typical home in our area, all set in brick, and that wasn't typical as well, because it's a beautiful house. It's very elaborate in its woodwork, in the construction.
It's also fairly unique because it's a sterling example of the Federalist period in American history.
But I tell you that so you can really understand how much money that the Kirklands put into building their house. It was a big deal at the time where we are, because nobody was building houses out of brick. Actually, when William first came to America, he really had just the clothes on his back. His father and grandfather were fleshers, or what we call butchers here. But he wanted something else. He wanted a better life.
Airmount is secluded, and it's historic. It might be one of the best places in North Carolina to go to reconnect with the past.